Welcome to English 101. This lecture will be about quoting and citing sources. No, it won't. Welcome to English 101. This lecture will be about pie paragraphs. Oh my gosh. Welcome to English 101. This lecture will be about pie paragraphs. There are many different ways to structure a paragraph. One easy way to remember your paragraph structure is by remembering the acronym PIE. So what's a pie paragraph? Pie paragraphs are an easy, formulaic way to write a basic paragraph. The PIE acronym stands for point, illustration, and explanation. Keep in mind that while this is a formulaic way to write a paragraph, you can adapt PIE for your own needs after mastering it. The point is the topic sentence of your paragraph. Remember, each of your topic sentences should all be related to your thesis. The point is like the crust of the pie because it's the first visual indication that you are about to eat a pie. To determine your point, think about these questions. What is your whole reason for this paragraph? You might try beginning with, in this paragraph, I am trying to say that. Be sure to delete this part after. You can also ask yourself what claim you are trying to make and how this paragraph relates to your overall thesis. Ideas for making a point include deciding on one specific idea that will support your thesis, and then categorizing your ideas and commenting on a recurring theme that you find. How many points should you make? Really depends on the length of your paper and the depth of your topic. However, only focus on one point per paragraph. Most 3 to 4 page papers can make about 2 to 5 points. The illustration is the evidence that supports your point. Your illustration may be a specific paraphrase, summary, example from your own experience, or a combination of these. Your illustration should support and help develop your point. It helps you prove the claim you have made. Your illustration is the yummy center of the pie. It's how you know you are eating a pie and not a cake. To help you find illustrations to support and develop your point, ask yourself this question. How is the point supported with specific data, experiences, or factual material? Ideas for illustrations include personal experiences like stories, anecdotes, or examples from your life. Representations in the media from newspapers, television, magazines, and social media. Elements from popular culture from songs, movies, and celebrity blogs. Statistics, which include polls, percentages, and data from research study. Finally, conclusions reached in academic journals are excellent sources for illustrations. The explanation is the analysis, comparison, elaboration, or evaluation of the point and illustration. It should connect the illustration with the point as well as the thesis of your paper. It's the last layer, and it reminds you that you just ate a pie. To write your explanation, try answering these questions. What does the provided illustration or evidence mean? Why does this illustration matter? How does the illustration in your own words support your point? And how does it support your thesis? Some ideas for explanations include interpreting, analyzing, or explaining the quote, fact, data, or information you have included. You can comment on the accuracy or inaccuracy of the quote, fact, data, or information, or you can decipher the meaning or try to better your understanding of your observation. Also, suggest to your reader how this information relates to the thesis. Remember, not everyone sees the illustration the same way you do. The explanation is your place to talk about that. Here's one example of a very basic pie paragraph. Notice that I've pointed out where the point, illustration, and explanation are. Although beagles are popular pets because they are so lovable, they are also incredibly intelligent. This point in this paragraph is about beagles being intelligent. According to veterinary scientist Marilyn Shapiro, quote, beagles, though they are popularly known for being friendly dogs, can repeat a series of up to 26 commands from memory. Notice the illustration has a lot packed in. Beagles are known for being friendly. They can repeat commands. They can repeat 26 commands from memory. The explanation needs to explain to the reader what that illustration means as it connects to the point about beagles being intelligent. From this information, we could assume that beagles are a good choice for pet owners who want to train their pets. Now we understand that the illustration is about the fact that beagles can perform tricks from memory. This makes them good for training. Here's another example. I'll read it aloud and you try to determine the pie in the paragraph. The most important reason why I am pursuing a degree in nursing is because I have seen firsthand how a nurse can heal a patient. I had a life-changing experience when I was in the hospital as a college student. I contracted meningitis, a life-threatening virus. I ran 105 plus fevers at night, and because my family was thousands of miles away, one of the nurses would call every hour to check on me, even though she had clocked out. I could tell that she really wanted me to feel better, and I almost felt like she was my mom. I made one of the quickest recoveries of anyone, according to my doctor. I attribute my quick healing to my nurse, and I hope that as a nurse, I can help my patients in the same way. Notice at the beginning of the paragraph, the point starts by talking about the reasons why this person is pursuing a degree in nursing, and at the end, what the student hopes to do as a nurse. That's our point and our explanation. Notice throughout the middle portion of the paragraph, we have lots of experiences from this student's firsthand knowledge about being sick with meningitis. It was a life-threatening virus, 105-degree plus fevers. Family was thousands of miles away. Nurse would call every hour. That is our illustration. It's the stuff we can see that helps prove this point about why the student is pursuing a nursing degree. When you write pie paragraphs and you need illustrations that support your main point, you can create your own dream team by using secondary sources. Now, I was pretty good at basketball when I was in high school. I even got recruited by some colleges to play. If you were going to play a pickup game of basketball outside of NSC, you might want me on your team. However, if you had the opportunity to pick from the 1992 U.S. Men's Olympic basketball team, or what's formerly known as the Dream Team, you would probably pick them over me. It's the same way with citations. You could choose to use a regular blog or website, but if you have the opportunity to choose some really good sources, you should choose those really good sources. They'll help your project be the best it can be. Here's my final example for pie paragraphs. You might want to argue with me that the 1992 US men's Olympic basketball team was not the most epic team ever. But that's my argument, and I'm going to prove it to you. The 1992 US men's Olympic basketball team, also known as the Dream Team, was the most epic US men's team ever. It included some of the best players to ever play the game, including the best player of all time, Michael Jordan, and the best point guard of all time, Magic Johnson. Additionally, 11 of the players are in the Hall of Fame. They won 23 NBA championships, and 10 members of that group were named in 1996 to be among the 50 greatest players in NBA history. The 1992 Dream Team was also the first men's team to win an Olympic medal in basketball and to promote basketball as a sport worthy of the world. Truly, the Dream Team is arguably the most epic men's basketball team in history, and recognizing them for that is important because their success came at a time when basketball was not as well paid and did not have the same level of recognition that basketball today does with social media's influence. These men just loved the game. Notice that my point is highlighted in pink. My illustrations are highlighted in yellow. My citations are highlighted in blue. And finally, my explanation that ties everything together is highlighted in green. This example is in APA, while this example of the exact same paragraph is in MLA. So in conclusion, remember that PIE is an easy acronym to help you draft your argumentative paragraphs, and that once you really get the hang of it, you can adapt it for your own uses. Your point should be clear and supported by your illustrations or evidence, and an explanation tells your reader how the evidence supports your point. Using sources in your evidence helps you build your own dream team.